Hi, I'm Ricc Rollins, and this is Going Places, and we want you to come along. Well, what are we waiting on? Let's go. I'm Ricc Rollins, and welcome to this edition of Going Places. Here's what's coming up on today's show. Our pet vet, Dr. Nubuki's back, and we're talking about pets and hurricane preparedness. Coach Julie is in the house, and not only is she going to take us through our first warm-up workout in our fitness challenge, but we're also going to get to know her a little bit better as she joins the Going Places family. All of this and more, and it starts right now. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. We're talking about hurricane preparedness.
Yeah.
And of course, in the house is Dr. Nubuki, and our special guest pet is Frankie, who is a
4 to 5 year old French bulldog that we also call Frenchies.
okay.
We
So-
love them. They're little.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
compact.
Yeah, they are. Okay, so we know that in Florida, this is the season.
Yep.
And so how do we begin to prepare for our fur babies who cannot do it on their own?
So a couple of the top items that you really want to look at and be considerate of is definitely making sure you have your current vaccination records on hand,
Okay.
because wherever you go, they may need that, so they can see that. Also, you want to make sure they have their favorite food bowl, water bowl, so you can put their food in it, their food, bring that too. Also, any bedding items, so blanket, their beds, things like that, so they're comfortable. So wherever you stay, they're as relaxed as they can be. Also, a carrier is going to help. So
Okay.
leash and collar,
Like the
things
one
like
back
that.
here.
Yeah, so we've got right here, we've got a little tent that you can put your babies in, whether it's in the hotel room or in the vehicle, so they're de-stressed as much as possible. But you could also do it with a carrier.
Okay.
But definitely make sure also to have your leash and collar so you can walk them around and
Okay.
you don't lose them when you're at the hotel or
Oh,
whatnot.
definitely not. Okay, so when we are thinking about this, I'm sure there's some anxiety that comes up with this as well if they're
Oh, yeah.
out of their familiar surroundings. So how do we handle that in the case of us having to?
So as far as the stress levels and decreasing that as much as possible, we do in our stores, we have items that can actually help to lower some of their anxiety as well. So come and talk to some of our associates, but there are supplements or treats you can give to help them relax. But again, having some of their favorite items like their favorite collar or their
Favorite
bed,
toy.
their toy, their blanket, all of that's going to help them relax as much as possible because they're going to be in a different area, whether it's a family member's house, whether it's a shelter, whether it's a hotel. They're going to have a lot of different smells there, and so you want to bring as many of those smells as you can with you so that they're de-stressed.
Okay, so let's talk about pet parent stress. Pet parent stress for a second. How do we make sure that we can identify our pets if
Yes.
in any case that
Yeah.
they get lost?
So good question. You always want to make sure that they have their collar on with their tag, so it's got their name, maybe your phone number, address, so that they can, if someone finds them, they know exactly who it is. Another thing is to have them microchipped.
Which we're going to talk about.
That is a
next week.
biggie. That's a biggie because that helps not only in the moment during a disaster. If someone finds them, they can scan that microchip and say, "Hey, this is your pet." But legally, it identifies them as your pet because
Okay.
you own that microchip. So if it's in the pet, then they can say, "Oh, well, this definitely is your pet because that's your specific number." Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Look at that face.
But those are the biggest things, and also, common sense tells too. Bringing a photo, your favorite
Yes.
photo of them, most
Yes.
recent one, either a hard copy or even something digital. Make
Digital,
sure
I was
it's
gonna say, yeah.
updated, so then you can show people, hey, this is my pet.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So, if there was one piece of advice, Frankie, do you have anything you want to say today, other than I'm cute as can be?
Oh yeah.
What would be the piece of advice in doing this? What's the one thing that people often forget in the process?
So for me, it'd be two things.
Okay.
It would be making sure they're up to date on their vaccines and
Okay.
making sure you have that paperwork with you, just in case they need to look at it. And secondly, which actually is very important as well, is calling either that hotel or that shelter and making sure that
they're
they're pet friendly and they actually take pets. Because
Okay.
you'd be surprised, last thing you want to do is show up with your family and Frankie, and then all of a sudden you can't get Frankie in the door.
Frank's
So you
just
wanna-
a different child.
Yeah.
See, I just got more hair than the rest of my brothers and sisters. That's it.
So you wanna plan ahead as much as you can,
That's
and
very
definitely
good,
yeah,
yeah.
have a plan and reach out to some of the areas, local shelters in your area that you may go to.
And it is
and
as
then-
simple as Google.
Yeah,
Really,
Yeah.
pet-friendly shelters. Pet-friendly hotels.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated. And like you said, the more advanced planning you do, the simpler it is, and then you got this. Okay?
yeah, and then less stress for the babies.
Okay. So for more information about Royal Pets, here's the barcode, and of course, here's Dr. Nabuki and Frankie. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye.
We'll see more Going Places right after this.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. A place for you to come and share thoughts and spirit through a cup of coffee. Come and enjoy with us here at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. Today, Coach Julie joins us as we talk about her fitness journey and what we can expect in the weeks to come. Take a look. I am so excited because my friend is joining us. I am so excited that Julie Williamson has agreed to be the coach, especially for those of us that are seasoned in the process. Amen.
Yes, sir.
So Julie and I, Julie, I was in Publix last night and I thought about the fact, Lord, that's the only place I used to see Julie. We would see each
All
other
the time.
and talk. The people would come around and like, could y'all go somewhere else and carry on this conversation?
Yeah, y'all need to be at the coffee shop or somewhere.
We truly did. But when I was talking to Julie originally, we talked about doing this when we first started doing the show. And at that particular time, she had some health disparities and was going through some stuff. She said, but one of these days,
Yes.
this day is here. And I am
It'll
so
arrive.
excited about it. I'm so excited about it.
Yes.
For those
So
of you
am
who
I.
look Julie going, she looks awfully familiar. Well, Julie has been a face and a voice in the Bay Area forever. Channel 10. She was the community affairs person. She was a reporter, fill-in anchor, you name it. She did it, and she did it well. But we're honored to have the Julie Williamson, Coach Julie Williamson. That's right.
That's my
Julie
new
Williamson.
moniker. We'll
That's
go by
it, yeah.
Coach. Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to just call her Coach. Okay,
Yes,
Coach is in the house.
yes.
So Julie, let's catch the people up. What have you been doing with yourself?
You
And
know,
wait, let me ask you one question before. When you gonna age? When you gonna
sir,
age?
you can't talk.
When are you gonna age? My God, Julie, you look amazing. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. As you talked about earlier, I did have some health challenges. Back in 2019, I had a kidney transplant. And so that was a big health challenge that I was dealing with leading up to that. And I had the transplant in 2019, recovered. And then right after that, COVID hit in 2020. So actually, when I was finishing my leave from work, COVID hit. And so that kind of set things back, not health-wise, but just generally for everyone, as we all know. So so it's been a journey since then, but I'm doing fine. I'm feeling good. I'm coaching. You see that muscle?
Look at that. She got more Michelle Obama arms.
Guns. So I continued to work out as once I got strong enough to do that. And I feel like that's the key for us as we age, to be, try to be as healthy as possible, try to eat as well as possible. Those are things that are really key. And I say as possible because I know everyone doesn't have access to all the same foods or all the same health equipment and all that. So it is important, though, that we start wherever we are.
Mm-hmm. So, Julie, and that's very true. I was going, because I'm like, what's Julie gonna do to me in these next and evil days?
We're gonna get you out there.
Jesus. Well, I like to walk. I do. Running is out of the question because these knees
Oh,
will not run.
I don't run either, Rick.
Okay.
I mean, I do not
Okay.
run, so I totally get it. I
Okay.
totally get it.
So-
Because once you are of a certain age, some things you have to change. You have to cut out, you have to modify those kind of things. So I
And-
totally understand that.
I do not want these knees to say no more anytime soon. I need them.
Yes. Yes.
But I think that one of the things that you and I discussed was that it was important that we looked at our constituency that is seasoned at 50 plus, okay, and that we really make sure that we make the concerted effort. But
Right.
we're not trying to beat anybody over the head, trying to push them in a direction. We want them to know that you can do this and you can do it with ease.
Yeah.
And that it's that the process becomes more purposeful
Correct.
as time goes by.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about. So tell the people what we can expect.
We can expect what I'm planning is to share simple ways that you can incorporate movement into your daily life. I have so many little things that I use. I wish I had this thought to bring like my bands that I use, and I do things right here at home where you can do things really easily. It doesn't have to be, joining a gym, or you can spend
Okay,
as little.
because if you told me we was gonna have to, I was gonna tell you, Julie, I love you, but I'm not doing
But
that. 'Cause
we're not doing that. I
I'm
totally
not
get
doing
it. I totally
no
get it.
gym, no gym, no gym,
No
no
gym.
gym.
I'm with you on
Okay.
that, because for as you age, you want to be sure that you're comfortable in the setting, and it does make a difference when you have that comfort level with what you're doing. And so that's what I plan to do, to walk through with the viewers exactly how to just incorporate more movement. And I'm not talking, and as a result of those things, you can lose weight, but I'm not saying let's have a weight loss goal or anything like that.
Okay.
My goal is for people to increase their movement, which in turn increases their health.
Okay. So what I want to do when we come back, we're gonna talk some more because we got to ease the folks into this. And so y'all stay with us. Going Places continues right after this. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. My friend, Coach Julie Williamson, is in the house, and I am so happy to have her as a part of the Going Places team. Now, let's hope she stays my friend, okay? Because if she's going to be a mean coach,
No, I'm not a mean coach. I'm very
I'm going to be
gentle.
going places, all right?
Well, here's the thing for me, because I have, like you talked about earlier, you talked about knee problems and things like that. You mentioned that. And I actually am in physical therapy right now for my back. I have
wow.
like some degenerative spine issues. So I have to be very careful too. So I understand the problems that the ailments that come with aging. And that's how I can empathize with people who are, this is a challenge. I haven't worked out in 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is. And now I got knee pain, or I got shoulder pain, or I got neck pain. So we can work around those things to make it gentle enough. And then as you get stronger, we progress and you get more, you want to do it more because you feel like I'm missing something if I'm not moving.
You are exactly right about that, because when I was living in Tampa Heights, I loved walking because I walked the Riverwalk. And had an amazing time, running into people that I knew, made some new friends, made some new furry friends in the process. When I moved back to my old neighborhood, I couldn't do it. And I couldn't do it for a lot of different reasons. One was that there would be people who would recognize me from TV and go, "Ain't you the man on the TV? You got some money." And that kind of became a little disheartening for me and frightening, because I was like, are they going to, because let's just be honest, I live in the hood. Okay. I moved back to my parents' home because we're going to do some work with that house. But at the same time, I'm like, no, y'all ain't going to get me out here in these evil streets, in these mean streets. And so I stopped, and I've missed it, Julie. I mean, my God, one day I had to walk somewhere purposefully. And I did about 2 miles, and I was like, God, I really missed this. I wasn't winded. I was surprised because it'd been a year and a half and I wasn't winded. So I was like, yeah, I can do this. So you're right. You miss it. And I want to get back into doing that. What I said was they're going to start parking at my friend's house at Tampa Heights again and start walking the river walk,
Yeah.
and get that back in. Cause I was doing 4 3/4 miles every other day.
Wow.
And
Wow.
loved every moment of it. Blast my gospel, CeCe Winans, Leandria Johnson, and
Yeah,
some
you got to
other.
have some music to
Yes,
motivate
you
you.
do.
Yeah.
Tasha Cobb, because we put a praise on it every time, and I had an amazing time. And every now and then I would rock out to something, but it was always something that made me motivated. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you gonna motivate us to go places in health.
I think the motivation has to be internal. It has to come from within. So you have to have.
It's got to be internal. Okay.
It's got to come from here.
Okay.
And I think that you first have to realize, you know what? I need to move. I really need to move. And I think that once we get to a certain age, sometimes you feel like, well, why am I doing this? Why is it important? Well, for one, your heart.
Yes.
2, your lungs. 3, your muscles. 4, being able to stand up and sit down. All of those things, being able to walk.
Yeah.
So if you don't use those muscles, you will lose the ability to do it efficiently. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to be able to walk, but you won't be as strong. You won't be able to walk the river, walk Tampa Heights River. You wouldn't be able to do that. So those are the things that have to come internally. And for most people that I talk to, even if they hadn't thought about, getting up, moving consistently, the minute we discuss the importance of it, because it also helps with rest, like sleeping better at night, if you have problems sleeping, doing a gentle, slight workout, during the day will help with that. So there are many, many benefits to, getting active and moving. There are many, and this is one thing too. This month, May, is Older Americans Month. So we have to celebrate ourselves.
Okay. Let's do that. And I'm looking forward to that, because that's what we're going to do all month long. Beginning today, we talked about it next week. Coach Julie is going to take you through the paces, and then we're going to keep seeing her beyond May. She ain't going nowhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I want to.
She's going places, but she's not going anywhere.
Okay. I want to spread the gospel of, moving. I'm not saying exercising, running, working out, or anything like that. It's simply moving, because there's a test for people, and I want the viewers to do this right now.
Okay.
Sit down on the floor and try without any aid to stand up. You can use your hands. You can use your hands to push yourself off the floor. But there are so many people in their 50s and 60s who haven't been on the floor in so long, they don't know if they can get up or not. They haven't done it in so long. I was talking to a friend of mine a few weeks ago, and she didn't realize she could not just really simply push herself up until she went to the beach. They didn't take chairs with them. She got down on the ground, but she was like, how am I going to get up?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she needed help. And you can get help to do that, but we should all be able
to do it ourselves.
Right. Because if you fall down there, you may have to get up all by yourself.
This
So,
is true.
yeah.
I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see what you do with our viewers next week. Coach Julie Williamson, welcome to the Goin Place. What I was going to call the show, Goin Places family. I'm so excited. I can't even get the words out. So
yes, I'm excited too, Rick. I am so excited. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to just be able to share this message about the importance of moving for older adults.
Well, I'm looking forward to it next week. Coach Julie's in the house.
Y'all better have your shoes on.
So we're looking forward to seeing what she does and what the results will be, because I'm proud to say I'm down a total of 30 pounds as of today, and still got more to do. My doctor's like, okay, and so we're going someplace.
What have you done for me lately?
There you go. There you go. More Going Places right after this. Thanks again, Coach. Just wanted to pop in real quick and let you know that this is what's coming up today at Royal Pets. Join Royal Pets for Adopt a Pet Day in conjunction with the Mercy Full Project Animal Rescue, Saturday, May 20th from 12 to 3 p.m. in honor of National Rescue Dog Day. The Midtown Tampa location, located at 1102 North Himes Avenue, Tampa, Florida, 33607.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much for the introduction, Rick. This is going to be so much fun. Today, well, first of all, I'm Coach Julie. Call me Coach Julie. And we're going to have so much fun over the next few minutes because I'm going to show you a warm-up. And this is a warm-up that you can use before you go for a walk, before you go for a jog, before you just do some aerobics at home or in the gym. This is something that you can use at any time. It's only a few minutes long. We're going to warm up the legs, the arms, the hips, the thighs, all of that good stuff. And it'll be about 4 or 5 minutes. And as I said, you can use it anytime. Just keep some things in mind. One, if you have any kind of knee pain, shoulder pain, back pain, hip pain, anything like that, take your time. If you're experiencing pain during the warm-up, stop, just march, breathe, or whatever. If at any point you feel like I'm out of breath or what have you, take a break. So just want you to be safe, but also at the same time, I want to get us moving. So that's the goal of this, to get moving. So we're going to start, like I said, with this short warm-up, and I'll be joining you again, I think. So let's get going. You can stand up and join me, or you can just kind of watch and maybe save it for later, record it, or what have you. But we're going to get going. First, we're going to start feet shoulder width apart, some deep breaths. Breathe in, blow it out. One more time, big deep breath in and blow it all the way out. Now we're going to get moving with some marches. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to march it wide like this. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now march it in again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to do some side taps. This is side tap, side tap, side tap. 8 more. 6, 4, 3, 2. We're going to add a knee up just like this. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to take that to a hamstring curl. So right now we're warming up the hips, thighs, all of that. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Let's do those knees again. 4, 3, 2. Now do those hamstrings. 4, 3, 2. Now we tap. So we're tapping the toes. I'm pointing my toes just like this. We're warming up the shins, the legs. 4 more. 3, 2. Now we're going to raise one arm at a time, like this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to reach across. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep tapping. Up. 4, 3, 2. Now reach across. Reach. 4, 3, 2. Up both arms. 4, 3, 2. Now swing both arms. Just like that. We're warming up. You should feel your heart rate going up a little. Now arms down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to go back to that side tap. Keep those arms moving. 4, 3, 2. Back to that march. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to march wide. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it right here. We're going to go down a little and up a little. Down and up. Still warming up the thighs right here. Warming up the glutes. 4 more. 3 more. 2 and 1. Stand up. Now we're going to do some big deep breaths again. Breathe in. Blow it out. 2 more breaths. In. Blow it out. 1 more big deep breath in. Blow it all the way out. We're done with our warm up. I am so happy that you were able to join me today, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Well, we're almost out of time, and we thank you for joining us today. Hopefully, we'll see you again next week as we talk with more interesting people doing interesting things in interesting places. For everyone here at Going Places, be blessed on your journey. Take care.